Shaq, back in the day, you drew double teams. You made the defense pay by setting up your teammates with terrific passing. Which big now do you see following in your footsteps and those footsteps?
You know, my Ben Simmons, former LSU guy, when he gets aggressive in the paint, they double. He definitely looks for his players. Listen, LeBron James is the best passer among non-guards. Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid. Look, you got to use the others if you want to get to that next level.
Now here's Dragic. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go.
Coming into the league with a 39-inch vertical, Butler showing it all there.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. Coach was saying that he feels Zach LaVine is still underrated as a star in this league. Coach said when LaVine gets going, there's just no way to stop him. He's one of the most natural scoring threats in the league. They certainly will respect LaVine's explosive offense tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. So many outstanding players in the league today, perhaps dizzying for the casual fan. Shaq, any up-and-coming players that they should take note of? If fans are asking you, who should I keep my eye on, what would you tell them?
Well, Greg played with his father. I played against him in some tough battles. Well, the older him, because the younger Sabonis was a monster. But Domantas Sabonis, he's a nightly double-double, great skill, strong in equal measure. Don't forget about Pascal Siakam. Rock'em Siakam. And Brandon Ingram. You know, he's really coming on with this fresh new start.
Outside Turner.
The unselfish attitude. Dragic knows his responsibility to get the rock to the open guys.
Here's LaVine, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Shaq, you know the importance of great footwork.
I got nothing. That's all. Oh, that's terrible, D. That's just terrible. That's right. Hey. Nah, this ain't a problem.
All free throws good from Turner.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
In the corner, Valentine with it. Pass to Carter. That shot off. Great D that time from Adebayo. Last game for Chicago, it was a loss to the Magic. Connects again from distance.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance.
Well, Curry's high mark of 402 is so far ahead of him.
Come on, man.
You look shook, bro. Ball don't lie. Too strong, too strong.
Penny Hardaway, Kobe Bryant, and D. Wade. And then, you know, towards the end of my career, I got to play with LeBron James and Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, but I was a little too old now.
I tell you, big fella, a lot of people forget just how special Penny Hardaway was because of the injury.
He was special.
And so LaVine will bring it up now for the Bulls. Trailing here by 8. They set the pick. Teardrop shot, and it's good for 2. LaVine's got 8 points.
Sometimes when LaVine doesn't want to challenge at the rim, he goes to the floater.
Misses the 3. Bulls trail by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And it's Turner off the drive. Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against New York. Clark passes to Gafford. Levine feeling it out of him. The Heat leading by 6. Here's Turner.
What? Oh.
And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Andre Iguodala. Almost entirely new group. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
They didn't need any time to warm up from long range today. Their three-point shooting has been terrific in the first half.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter man the post spots. Chris Dunn is out there with White. And it's Valentine, and at the 3, the small forward. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Junior, in his last outing against the Knicks, was outstanding. He had 35 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin, they want to keep it going tonight.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
You've always been a student of the game, Shaq, when it comes to evaluating young talent and the future of the league. What boxes do you like to check when you're taking a look at these young players?
Well, thanks for trying to tell the world I'm smart. I'm not really that smart. It's just, Kevin, it's just not that hard to see. You know, the greats make themselves known very, very quickly who they are. Luka Doncic, does that name ring a bell?
Yes. Ding, ding.
How many guys are known as Aristotle? I know 2. You and Aristotle.
That's it.
Now, here's Dunn after the miss from Turner. Dunn passes to Markkanen. No good. That would have tied it.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Shot's good by Turner.
There it is, his first make from beyond the arc in the second quarter, his 3rd of the game.
Pass to Markkanen. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And White kicks to Dunn. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Outside Dragic. From deep. Missing again.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Back to Markkanen. He dishes it to Valentine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc. And it's White missing. Always adding some levity to the mix. Shaquille O'Neal, thank you for stopping by. That headset is available for you whenever you want.
Kevin, I just want to say thank you very much. It's been great. Greg, you know I love you.
I love you too. I'm the big Aristotle.
I'm at a loss for words. I hate that.
No, that's okay, Shaq.
No, I just hate that.
Right.
I hate that I have to leave right now.
Give me a tissue. Give me a tissue. It's okay, big fella. It's
I don't want
okay.
to go back upstairs with
It's fun.
Ernie and Kenny.
Oh,
Not
well,
yet.
yeah,
I want to stay here with you
blame
guys.
Give me a tissue.
Thanks.
And Steve, there are people who have to focus on one thing to get it right. Yet Shaq can execute so many things at a high level at the same time.
You're so right, Kevin. We know he's one of the best to ever put on a uniform. A lot of people always talk about his offense, but he made second team all defense 3 times. He can do it all on the court and now in the broadcasting booth. His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. Done outside. The three from Valentine. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of this one. It's going to build out there.
All right, all right.
Last 2 quarters.
Here's Dragic, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Well, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the team. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at the stage of his career, I just think it's incredible, and I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Inside, they've got Crowder and Adebayo. Turner is out there with Dragic, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now, here's Valentine. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. The three. Headshot off. And Miami the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Turner. That 3 off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that tripper was going to fall.
LaVine for 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes it to Adebayo. Shoots from the baseline. Carter pulls it in. Bulls trail by 7. Bean passes to Carter. Kick out to LaVine. A 3-pointer, no good.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Sinks the 3-pointer.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder.
Help us make
And here's LaVine, who brings it up for the Bulls. It's a 16-point game. So for Chicago right now, Markkanen and Carter man the post spots. Dunn and LaVine are the guard set. And it's Valentine in at the 3. The Heat shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Turner. And he makes the bucket, gets the
All day, baby. All day. Y'all want me to show you how it's done?
Shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Goran Dragic is checked in for the Heat. Bulls trail by 19. It's Carter, high post. Down low, Valentine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Shots good by Turner.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
To the middle. Carter kicks to Levine. Out left to the wing. Trying his luck from deep. Dunn misses. The Heat leading by 19 points. Dragic dishes to Turner. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Dunn left side. Over Butler. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Stolen by Adebayo. There's Turner. No good that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Dunn passes to Carter. Right wing. Back to Dunn. You know, you look at the 2020 class for the Basketball Hall of Fame, Greg, some great names. Headlined by Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant. I mean, historic players.
And all the more emotional, Kevin, having Kobe enshrined. Here we go.
Alongside these Hall of Fame players.
Incredible talents, great people, and truly they've been terrific.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And here is Valentine. Bulls moving the ball around.
Oh, give me that.
Done with it. 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. It's hauled in by the Heat. Turner's got his 6th rebound on the night. Butler finds Crowder to the paint. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Over to the wing. Carter right side. Back to Markkanen. Levine for 3. And again, no good by Chicago.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Carter against Adebayo. And then Carter with the jam.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
Shit.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And once good, another
Fire from 3.
Nails it and is now even for the record.
Hard to believe, isn't it? His next shot from range will move him into the top spot all time for threes in a season.
And to think a few years ago, hitting 300 threes was impossible. Then Curry hits 402 in 2016, and just years later, the 402 plateau has been reached again. You just can't make this stuff up.
He has length and he has athleticism. Both of those help him operate inside and beat good defenses.
Stolen by Levine. Done outside. And the foul called on Junior. That'll be...
Kidding me? Terrible.
Here's Harrison. Turner covering.
Give me that.
Here's Harrison. From deep. Missed. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight.
See what was happening. Relax from your panic attack. You can lose control and fate is your master. And it's a very thin line between success and disaster. But no, man, I want more money. But all the trouble, what's so funny?
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Yeah, you love it. You love it. coming for y'all. We're coming for y'all. Here we go.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. DiVincenzo against Turner. Now Antetokounmpo, scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. Middleton passes to Antetokounmpo. 4 on the clock. And here's Miami. And you look at Brook Lopez, the last couple of seasons, more than half of his shots coming from long distance. Back when he came into the league, did you ever imagine he'd be this kind of player in the NBA?
No, and I don't think he should be, to be honest. He's an okay outside shooter. He is not a great outside shooter. And if you're the other team, you'd rather have him 25 feet from the basket than near the rim. I think what's been lost is what a good player he was around the basket. Like, not only really good low post game, like really good. When he was on the Nets, he was, I think, one of the best low post players in the league. But you also want him around the rim because he's a good rebounder. So you're taking these two things that he was really good at, and you're just removing it. And you're taking him and putting him 25 feet from the basket. It makes sense a little bit because of how they use Giannis, but ultimately for him, I don't think it's the best use for him. I would rather see him on another team.
It just seems like the difference between makes sense in the regular season versus what makes sense in the playoffs when the game totally changes.
Yeah, totally. And you think like the Miami series, if he's being guarded by Kelly Olynyk, take him down to the block. Kelly Olynyk's not going to be able to guard him 5 feet from the basket. By putting him 25 feet from the basket, you're doing Miami a favor. And that was what I think situationally they have to rethink how they use him depending on who they're going against.
And the Bucks championship in 1971. So they were led by Lou Alcindor, later known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, obviously. How would you compare him to Giannis Antetokounmpo, Bill?
You know, they weren't really alike at all, other than that they played for the Bucks. Is even though he's getting at 29, 30 points a game, he doesn't have that one go-to move. You know, his go-to move is athleticism. It's offensive rebounding. It's alley-oops. It's him running the floor and just beating people down and being Giannis. He has not developed his version of the skyhook. I also think Kareem is the most underrated star of all time.
Oh, Giannis.
We hear the word underrated too often, but in Kareem's case, you could really statistically make the case that he was the best basketball player of all time. He was the best college player ever. He won 6 MVPs. He won finals MVPs 15 years apart. He had the kind of longevity that was just impossible in the 70s and 80s. And was this unique, one-of-a-kind force. So if Giannis can even be 85% of that, he will have been one of the 15 best players ever.
Okay, we heard last season the opinion that Giannis is more Scottie Pippen than Michael Jordan. Where do you stand on that topic, Bill?
Ridiculous. First of all, nobody's like Michael Jordan.
Right.
Second, Giannis isn't like Scottie Pippen. Like, to me, Giannis is Shaq. He's 2020 Shaq. You look at his stats, you know, he's 29 like Shaq was. He protects the rim like Shaq did in 2000, you know, when Shaq was in shape. And he's unstoppable around the rim. And I think people's mistake when they look at Giannis is they compare him to LeBron and they compare him to Michael Jordan and Kevin Durant and people like that. And he's really a center. He's a center in disguise. He's 7 feet tall. He's a freak athlete. He's overpowering. He's unstoppable. And if you think he plays like Kevin Durant, I don't know what to tell you. He is somebody that should be thought of the same way we thought about Shaq and Patrick Ewing and Alonzo Mourning and you know, David Robinson. He's that type of player. He's a center. So, you know, I don't think it's his fault that when they give him the ball 25 feet from the basket and expect him to make a play that he can't always necessarily make it. We would have said the same thing about Shaq.
Milwaukee with the ball. After the basket by Miami. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the goal.
Terrible.
Oh, my God.
strong, too strong. Woo! Big one.
Again, attempt to coup.
Get out there.
That would maybe result in a playoff spot. Where do you stand on all of that?
I like the idea, except I've never been able to figure out what the incentive for the team should be. Because, you know, these guys are wealthy. You're not going to incentivize them by saying, hey, if you guys win this tournament, everybody gets to split $2 million. You know, you have guys in the league that are making $40 million, $39 million, $38 million. And to expect them to be going all out unless there are real stakes, I don't see how you pull that off. Now, could you make the stakes it's worth, you know, you don't have to play in round one if you win the tournament, something like that? I think there would have to be some sort of playoff stake, some sort of advantage that year's team got. They're not going to care if it's like a lottery pick. Like, what would LeBron care if it was like, oh, your Lakers are going to get a lottery pick? It's like, what do I care? I'm trying to win the title. So it's got to have to be something like that. Some sort of carrot that would make it happen. I think if they can pull it off, it's a great idea. I don't know what the incentive is.
Setting the floor for the Heat. In it forward, it's Butler with Crowder. Andre Iguodala out there with Junior. And it's Adebayo in at the 5, roaming the paint. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Eric Bledsoe is one of the league's most athletically gifted players. Teammate Chris Middleton even said he's fast. We call him the Ferrari. He's just so low to the ground, and he gets where he wants. And guys with their size, it's nice to have someone who can weave through.
He is tough to stay with for sure. Thanks a lot, Allie. And whether it's Harden, Doncic, you go around the league, the step-back three is taking over. Anything going to stop that movement, Bill?
Well, especially now that they allow four-step traveling, I don't see anything stopping it. You know, you have a new generation of guys coming into the league who've been messing around with their shots since high school or their 1 year in college, and by the time they get in, it's just comfortable to them. It makes no sense to older guys like us, because if you took this shot in the late 80s, you'd be like, what is that guy doing? And now it just seems like this natural way to shoot threes. I don't fully understand.
Older guys like you mean?
Yeah, well, I tried to lump you in. I didn't want to age shame myself.
Now here's Middleton. 33 points last game.
Give me that.
Away. Screen by Antetokounmpo. They get it back. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Antetokounmpo's got it. He's checked in for Lopez, and it's Hill in for DiVincenzo. And Miami also making a switch. Dragic is checked in for Iguodala. Now here's Turner. 14 points for him. Adebayo gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Bam grabs the board, and then Bam knows what to do.
Milwaukee's gone just 1 of 4 from downtown so far in the second. Back to Hill. It's Middleton on the wing. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, and makes it with a kiss. Antetokounmpo has gotten 4 this quarter.
Man, you think about that skinny kid that entered the league in 2013. He's grown 3 inches. He's now an Adonis. He's the 2-time MVP.
And Bill, thanks for coming by. Thanks for enriching the show as always.
Oh, I'm glad you felt like I enriched things on this game. You can enrich my VC account. Give me some VC if you're feeling generous.
And sometimes controversial, but always honest. Great to have Bill on the program.
Bill always brings a little bit of life and pop culture to what he's talking about with regards to the NBA. Of course, he's going to sneak in the Celtics every now and then. Awesome to have him on board. Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Back to Turner. Let's go with a 3. Rebound by Middleton.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Now here's Lopez. Still getting warmed up.
Short. Grab the board. It's going to miss.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And a great game plan is not enough to be an elite coach in this league anymore. To succeed in the playoffs, you have to be able to adjust on the fly. Grant, who comes to mind in that category?
Well, first of all, B.A., I agree 100%. The playoffs is all about adjusting and adapting. There's some coaches in recent years who've had great success. I think of Tyronn Lue in Game 5, down 3-1, made some adjustments for Cleveland against Golden State. Of course, Nick Nurse a few years ago against Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals, down 2-0, making adjustments. That's the thing.
Ooh, nothing but net. Watch.
Coach, the ability to make those adjustments on the fly is the key to success in the postseason.
The star front court, Middleton and Giannis in it forward. George Hill out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Middleton.
Oh,
big score for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game.
And that kind of consistency from Middleton from 3, that's huge. I know Coach Bud has encouraged Chris Middleton to look more and more to the 3, but a Leopard doesn't change his spots. And Chris Middleton loves to do damage from the mid-range. He can be efficient from both.
DiVincenzo on the wing. Turner covers. Nice shot by DiVincenzo.
We've seen that more than once today. And
All right.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. And Middleton, a smooth score, especially for a player of his size, Brent.
And that frame, BA, helps him out a ton. As soon as a player gets on his hip that's smaller than him, Chris can decide when to go up and where it is that he's going to do it.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Williams comes in for Lopez. And it's Matthews in for Middleton. Nice shot by Turner.
And nice court vision from Dragic there to get a great look at the bucket.
Milwaukee in the lead. Outside, Hill. Back to Antetokounmpo.
Give me that.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul.
What's up to everybody coming to stream? What's going on? What's up, cousin? Phil, what's up, Phil?
Oh, well, that's a break.
Adding over 50 pounds of muscle since he's entered the league. That's a new kind of player we're seeing.
Iguodala's checked in for Jimmy Butler. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Pass to Williams. Inside. Here's Matthews.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Or good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And the way Giannis likes to play, getting downhill, none of that added strength goes to waste, Brent.
Well, he loves to get in there and flex a little bit, and with that length, it's kind of hard to understand defensively maybe where some of those arms and legs are coming at you with. You end up fouling Giannis, and he ends up doing some serious damage.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 14 points for him. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Turner against DiVincenzo. To the middle. Shot is up. Bank shot, no good.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, just terrorizing the D.
Now here's Crowder. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change.
Double up, baby.
Biyombo. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Fade away. Basket's good. Antetokounmpo's got 19.
I like to see how confident and effective Antetokounmpo could be from there. He's got some room to shoot it. He really does need to fire away.
Setting the floor for the Heat. Crowder and Adebayo together down low. Junior, he's out there with Goran Dragic. And it's Hero in at the small forward position. Now here's Hill. Lopez, the screen on Dragic. Here's Antetokounmpo.
You know you don't deserve this, bro.
Well, Grant, I'm more of a paint-by-numbers guy, but among your interest is real art. What sparked your interest in that area?
BA, my parents were collectors. Obviously, I started to collect in college, and then when my budget changed when I became an NBA ball
now
player,
my three-point shot come back, man. Too late now. God damn.
Sort of outside-the-box hobbies that I've enjoyed. And when you look at the NBA now, there's plenty of athletes doing things that are sort of outside the box.
Give me that shit.
So it's so gratifying to watch these young men take interest outside of the game of basketball.
Grant Gallagher.
Give me that. Give me that.
I like that.
And out of bounds. The Bucks will take it. My bad. There's 1:17 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And Milwaukee shooting at 45% of the game so far. Right side, DiVincenzo on the take. And a two-handed jam.
Barring a miracle comeback, this one is wrapped up. They were able to control the tempo and flow of the game, and it will end in a victory for the Bucks.
I was really...
Oh, yeah, that's us.
Hey, Grant, competitive game. They battled through every step of the way.
And BA, can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
Solid pass from Dragic there to set up his teammate.
Outside, Hill. There's There's 48 seconds left in the game. Antetokounmpo on the money from 12 feet away.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And here are the Bucks now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Outside, Hill. Pass to Middleton. The three ball. Rebounded by Butler. Turner for three. Hits a three-pointer. Turner's got 34.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
Antetokounmpo outside. So he's stopped up quick.
Stop and pop.
free for all. CIA team, defend our freedom.
Always somebody hiding in here. Trying to get that first kill.
But yeah, actually, they actually did. No way. Ow! Ow! That is. Getting robbed, Lex. Chris even thought I was.
Enemy counter spy plane inbound.
Semtex going out.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Smoke checked.
What? What? Get robbed, Lex.
Oh wow, you guys can hear something? Huh.
Gas one out.
Damn.
Enemy destroyed.
What?
Gas mine armed.
Enemy napalm strike incoming.
Popping smoke grenade.
Hostile counter spy plane established above. Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Gas mine armed. Authorize the spy plane launch.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Spy plane establishing things detected. Spy plane timeline halfway checked. Your gas mine has been destroyed.
Popping smoke grenade.
Hostile care package inbound.
Target eliminated. Arming gas mine. Appears KIA.
No.
Detected in your AO.
Wasted.
Enemy care package above.
How long I averagely been landing?
Enemy RCXD detected. In your AO.
Booger, no.
Semtex going
Artillery
out.
targeting detected. Net call. Incoming artillery.
Ooh.
Ooh, did you snipe that thing?
Enemy cruise missile launch detected.
Bitch, no.
Enemy napalm strike incoming.
Gas mine armed.
Chris. Oh, that's not a pause.
Bro, you fucking wrong.
Yeah, so?
Make the Soviet Union proud. This isn't Turkey. We're behind.
Popping smoke grenade.
Established overhead.
Drop that.
Hostile RCXD in your AO. We're falling behind.
TACOM, get a spy plane on station above.
Spy plane perimeter established, Angel 3. Taking the lead. Timeline 50% extended. Enemy spy plane inbound.
Heads down. Sniper.
Napalm strike standing by.
Gas mine on.
Gas mines has been destroyed.
TACOM, Stone authorizing napalm strike.
Winchester, what? Online out.
We're pulling ahead. Eliminate all threats. We're in the lead.
Deploying smoke.
We've lost the lead.
Deploying smoke. Semtex going out. Deploying smoke. Popping smoke grenade.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Popping smoke.
Shit.
Gas mine armed.
Enemy spy plane
Threat
inbound.
clear.
Spy plane standing by.
Deploying smoke. Tackle. Get a spot on station above.
Spy plane in the turn. We have
Fragged.
eyes on. Spy plane. Proceed. Hostile counter spy plane established above. Thanks for the work. Spy plane terminating overflight.
Semtex going out. Popping smoke grenade.
We're losing the advantage. We've taken the lead. Hostile counter spy plane established above. Enemy spy plane inbound.
Gas mine armed.
Multiple enemy spy plane contacts. Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Semtex incoming.
Napalm strike standing by.
Tackle. Stone authorizing napalm strike.
LAR.
Neutralized. Deploying smoke. Deploying smoke. Bring War Machine.
Enemy spy plane inbound.